Peace, family. Welcome to today's A Deck a Day. Continuing with the Orgonite Seven Souls of Raw Diamonds, aligning with Heart Chakra, Solar Plexus, and Sacral Chakra. And we're going to be working with the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck today. So see which one is resonating with you. Again, always green Aventurine in my Heart Chakra alignment. Always Citrine in my solar plexus and carnelian in my sacral. Those are the most powerful alignments for those particular energy centers. So let's see what is in store for you today. If you chose Heart Chakra, green Aventurine, your message is She-Wolf, unleash the wild within. Yes, Queen. Listen, howling at the moon. Again, still full moon vibes. The full moon always kind of lingers a little bit more in terms of, the palpable energy. So this is Hunter full moon vibes, right? That we were just came off of on the 20th. So the she-wolf energy as well is really standing out in regards to divine feminine energy, in regards to empowerment, in regards to that nature of howling at the moon and unleashing that wild within, that wild woman within. This can apply for men as well because we all have that yin yang, we all have divine feminine and divine masculine, and it is a time to tap in a little bit more to that divine feminine and the empowered divine feminine, not necessarily aligning with the meek or the, because again, whether masculine or feminine, we have all of those different energies and archetypes. But this is definitely about aligning with that empowered she-wolf, that wildness, that energy that is take me as I am, see me here, keep it moving, like powerful, and remembering your power. Aligning with the full moon is power. It is culmination. It is I have arrived. And although there is no destination and it is all about the journey, there is a sense of when you are on a journey, when you are on a path and you feel some semblance of, I get something so much deeper today than I did yesterday. You can celebrate that as an arrival. You can celebrate that as there's levels to this and you just conquered another level. That is the energy as well that you want to tap into with this wildness that is within, not feeling that you have to, hide or be meek or doubt yourself or be hindered for anything that it is that you want. This is about fueling a passion within you. You know what that thing is at the bottom of the pit of your stomach that you want to do so bad, that you feel so good about when you do it, that makes you feel wild and free and sovereign. This is also about sovereignty. This is about not following norms and conformities and falling in line. This is wolf energy, not sheep energy. Let's be clear. Wolf energy, not sheep energy. Let's be clear. So when we see all these sheep all over the place, more often than not running from the wolf, let them run. Be free, be sovereign, be powerful, stand your ground, and howl like the she-wolf that you are, aligning with that maternal instinct energy as well, creation energy as well, and realizing that you know how powerful you are because of what it is that you can create and what you can destroy, and what you are choosing to do as a energetic, vibrant, wild energy, and what it is and how it is that you choose to use that power. With great power comes great responsibility. So with wolf energy being that wild unleashing, again, the unleashing aspect is coming out so strong too, because you are not chained up. And if you have been chained up, if you have been kind of blocking yourself and locking yourself, staying on a leash, you need to completely run amok right now. You get to run amok right now. Again, with great power comes great responsibility. So you don't want to just start trampling all over the sheep. You don't want to just start eating up all the sheep. But just think about how it is that you can use that power for your own personal power and empowerment without the need to exercise your will or enforce your will on anyone else. This is about you. This is about empowerment for yourself, claiming this power, claiming this wild she-wolf energy so that you don't feel stopped or controlled by anyone else. I hope that resonates. If you chose Citrine, solar plexus chakra, your message. Great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. So this is an alignment of thinking about mentors. You yourself potentially being a mentor. We've got the peace dove that's also bringing in things that are important and to keep us in alignment, because we know that stress and anxiety and low vibration and anything that is the opposite of peace is not going to keep us in alignment, to as well be able to learn. A great teacher needs a willing participant in regards to learning, and vice versa. So we also have to keep in mind that whatever it is that we learn, we now have the responsibility to pay it forward and then thus become the teacher. The best teachers want their students to surpass them, so they give of the most of them as a result. So definitely put yourself in the position of great teacher as well as student in regards to this, because of the notion of learning from spiritual experiences. Learning from spiritual experiences is important because we're aware in a moment how profound something may be, but if we don't really take the time to process it, this aligns as well with, the advice I gave earlier in the week in regards to recording your dreams, paying attention to the messages that come, as well. If we think about when you're woken up in the middle of the night, just sit up for a minute, ground your feet on the floor, pick up a pen in your journal or a piece of paper, and write out, Spirit, what would you have me know right now? And then see what comes through. Because chances are you have been woken up for a reason, for a specific download or upgrade, and you don't want to miss it. That's part of the discipline that as well came through with the numerology deck, and self-discipline. So as we learn from spiritual experiences, it expands us and morphs us into the opportunity to be a teacher as well. And not necessarily even a teacher to other people, but as we learn, we teach ourselves, because we remind ourselves constantly of what it is that we just learned. We are able to say, listen, this is how you would have handled it yesterday, but when you know better, you do better. And that is a constant teaching of ourselves towards ourselves, a constant learning of ourselves to ourselves, for ourselves, from ourselves, etc. And we can learn so much from our own selves. Again, we are aligned with shadow self, ego self, and higher self. So with just those three entities within us on a daily basis, as we're mulling through dilemmas and situations and relationships and situationships, we have that opportunity always to continue to teach ourselves, to learn from ourselves, and as a result continue to be in a position of growing, in a position of evolution, which is truly the name of the game when we are part of an ever-expanding universe. And as above, so below, we are made of the same stuff stars are made of. So as a result, naturally, we should want to be expanding, because we are as well. If you chose our carnelian for Sacral Chakra, your message is Hermit. Retreat and recharge. You've been running real hard. You've been in your head a lot as well, it feels like. And it is definitely time to take a break, to kind of just chill out. And if it's not necessarily take a break, meaning like, just decide you're not going to work tomorrow, if you've got to go to work, whatever it may be. But doing a little bit more, again, this also aligns with learning from spiritual experiences, because when you learn that in the stillness is when you get so much more of what it is that you are looking for, then it makes more sense to take as much time with stillness as possible. We talk about being mindful often, and mindfulness is very, very important. It's in these meditative moments as well that we're able to pay attention to the mind. But oftentimes the mind does still lie to us. Oftentimes the mind, where the ego resides, does kind of keep us in this self-preservation mode, over-analyzing, overthinking, etc. So it is also about balancing out soulfulness, because it's within the soul that our higher selves and that God resides. So when we think about being soulful as well as being mindful, that's a lot of what comes through when we choose to be still, when we choose this hermit mode and to retreat and to recharge and to really bolster our spiritual centers, so that when we go back out into the world, even if it is tomorrow because we still got to go to work, that you took that time to go inward, you took that time for introspection, for self-reflection, to see things a little bit clearer, a little bit deeper, a little bit more from a sacred space. Hermit mode as well is, if you are kind of out and about all the time, kind of pull it back a little bit if you don't have to. Sometimes we socialize just to socialize. We don't want to say no to somebody. Okay, we're going to go and all of that stuff. But it's a lot of noise. It's a lot of noise. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of time. So it may be a time to, again, pull back a little bit, feed yourself a little bit more, invest in yourself a little bit more, save money while you're doing it, and just think about what it is now that you're able to give yourself because of that extra time, because you decided to not go out to dinner this one particular night that you were going to go. Then just instead stay home, recharge and retreat, retreat and recharge. Sit on the couch, just take deep breaths in, whatever it may be. That's just that focus on self, on inner self, that you would not have necessarily done if you didn't get this message to kind of enjoy the hermit mode a little bit more than you usually do, at least for a time, at least for the time being, because that's definitely, again, the retreat aspect and recharge, that goes hand in hand. You can't recharge until you retreat, because if you're on go, 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 then there is no moment for that recharge. So you've got to pull back first. You have to kind of take that step back, that retreat mode, in order for you to realize, oh, it's only from this place now that I can actually recharge my batteries and just sit for a minute and, again, just be in the stillness. So I hope that resonates. And until tomorrow, and I give thanks again for all of those who tune in every day. I do this for you because I love the energy and the practice in the downloading and interpreting and just aligning with self and source when I, do just read randomly like this. But it's in the comments, it's in the personal messages, that I get from strangers, friends, family that, say, you know what, I needed to hear that today, and that empowered me, or that warned me, or whatever it is. And it absolutely makes the time that it takes to film every day and to post every day so incredibly worth it. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that. And until tomorrow, lest we forget, time to get back to natural.